Hi air babies, I hope you've been well. Welcome to your mid-month check-in for May 2021. This is going to be for the air signs Gemini, Libra and Aquarius in the Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node placements. If you're not sure what your placements are, you can have a look in the description below for some helpful resources. This reading isn't going to resonate with everyone. If it doesn't, that's okay. You can have a look at readings that I've done for other signs in your chart. If it does resonate, however, sit with it. Ask yourself why and apply your insights accordingly. Just remember that nothing and no one can replace your own ever-expanding intuition. Okay, how this is going to work this month is I'm going to draw a general theme card for all of the air signs for the month, and then we're going to get some tarot guidance and see what's been going on and where you're heading for each of the signs individually. So let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a general theme for the air signs. What is the theme? What is the thematic energy for May 2021 for air signs Gemini, Libra and Aquarius? Let's do that one more time. Let's have a look. Whoa, immediately. Okay, wonderful. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. I absolutely love this card. So if you have a look at this card, we've got this woman that is standing here, and behind her we have these shadows of other people that represent her ancestors, her family line, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, or whoever, aunts, going back. And wow, this is a very powerful card. This message talks about healing, breaking free of cycles and patterns and behaviors and belief systems, most importantly, that no longer serve who you are right now. This talks about having to face generational karma, belief systems and... Sorry, let me just wait for this noise to end. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. So this card talks about breaking free of, coming face to face with and addressing those belief systems, thought patterns, ways of thinking about ourselves and others, and ways of handling our emotions and situations that have been passed down through the generations in our family, that have been learnt in childhood, that sort of karmic way of being that we so easily fall into during our lifetimes, and breaking those patterns so that we can live our own lives and release ourselves from that trauma and that karma, and get the healing that we need so that we can move forward and live a life that was better than that of the generations that came before us, so that we can have a healthier and more fulfilling future. So what a powerful theme for the month, air signs. Well, I hope that was in focus. I really do hope that it was. It looked like it was in focus, but maybe it wasn't. I wasn't really looking at the camera. Anyway, so let's move on to our individual messages. At this point, you can find timestamps below where you can skip ahead to your particular sign. So let's start off with Gemini. All right, Gemini, what has your month been? What is going on with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node during this month? Let's see what the start of your month has been. Where have you been at during this month? Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we've got too many cards that fell out. Do one more shuffle. Gemini. Okay, so we have, starting off here, the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords here. Now, the Seven of Swords it's a card that's usually about deception and trickery and stealth, and it sometimes pops up when we are trying to avoid being accountable for certain situations, trying to avoid dealing with certain truths, and we kind of just want to sneak away from the situation. It pops up as a form of self-sabotaging behavior. This card isn't only about that, though. It is also a card that is about strategy and planning. So whatever your situation is here, because it's coming up with this this theme for the month, this card is speaking to me more of being the self-sabotage aspect of it, because you know what, this kind of healing is not easy to do. This kind of healing is the kind of healing that, you know, ideally, I mean, nobody looks forward to having to heal, you know, the emotional and psychological wounds that we gained through, especially through our loved ones, through our families, and through our childhoods. Nobody really looks forward to that. So the start of the month, or at least so far, has kind of been, you know, trying to get away with maybe avoiding this, maybe avoiding this healing, or maybe not avoiding it, but like taking the fast route through it instead of doing a deep dive. Because if you have a look here, he's running away with these swords, but he's left two behind. He's not doing a thorough job of what he's carrying away. So he's, you know, trying to get away with it and he's trying to do a quick job here, but he's leaving residue. And when you do that, when you're, you know, healing and stuff like that, that residue that you leave behind, it only comes back and it grows, and it, you know, it keeps you in that cycle. So it's very, very interesting that this pops up. It's a very deep and heavy message, I know that. But yeah, it's super interesting. Let's have a look at where you're at right now. Gemini, where are you at right now during the month? Too many cards. You know, nobody likes to see the Tower, but it's gonna be okay. Let's see, Gemini. Again, too many cards. Okay, all right, very, very interesting. And looking at the cards previously, it's also not really very surprising. So we have the Devil here, and the Devil talks about temptations, obsessions. It talks about, you know, all of the chains that we put on ourselves that prevent us from living the healthy and fulfilling lives that we really, really, truly deserve to be living. It keeps us stuck, you know, the giving into those things, whether it's like the bad habits or instant gratification, or, you know, in this case, it looks like it's speaking to this trying to avoid doing the deep healing work that might be necessary, or like get through it maybe quicker than you should. You know, it's still there. It comes back there. I look at this as being those two swords that are still there. And it's not necessarily a bad thing that the devil pops up in the situation, because this is, it pops up when, you know, it's time to face those things. It's time to break free of those chains. So you are in this place now where you know, we're always dealing with the consequences of our actions, whether those consequences are good or bad, and whether our actions are good or bad. So this speaks to that. This speaks to, it's an opportunity right now. It's an opportunity for you to break these chains and let go of these patterns and heal and create a future for yourself that is truly free. So what I'm seeing here so far is that there is really a need for you to truly look deeply at and in a gentle and healthy way deal with your stuff. Deal with whatever it is in your life that needs to be dealt with right now. For whatever reason, this is the month where that is coming up. It's super interesting. So Gemini, let's see where you're heading in towards the end of the month. Gemini. Where is Gemini heading towards the end of the month? Oh my goodness. I'm just messing up the shuffling right now. Okay. Where's Gemini heading? Okay, very nice. So we have Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles wanted to pop up earlier, actually. This is a card that is about foundations and collaboration and teamwork. But what I'm seeing here, especially with this theme, is I'm seeing this as being the groundwork that you are doing, that you are laying very solid foundations or working really hard to establish some new foundations that are solid, that are healthier, that are stronger than what has been before. And you could be doing this with the help of other people, because like I said, there's a collaboration and teamwork aspect of it. And this is a really great place to be. It is the start. It is near the start of the journey. It tells me that you have started doing, or you will at some point start doing the work that needs to be done to get to this point where you are working tirelessly on those foundations to build something better for yourself. And I like to see that. Usually this is about career, finances, money, and the tangible things in our life, our stuff. But I'm feeling like it's bigger than just that. I feel like it's, it very well could be that, but it also has some major aspects of it that are a part of breaking out of these chains and breaking out of the cycles in your life that no longer work. Okay, Gemini, that is what I have for you. I hope that this helped. Whatever your situation is during the month of May, have courage, be kind when it's needed, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay. So now we are moving on to Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Let's see what the month of May has got going on for you. We have our theme for the month, which is breaking out of cycles, letting go of the things that don't serve us, releasing, and healing the difficult things. Okay, let's do one more. Libra, Libra, Libra. Let's see where you've been at. Where has Libra been at the start of this month? And immediately we have the King of Wands. Now, King of Wands is a really confident person. He is the go-getter. He goes after what he wants, what he's excited about, what he's passionate about, and he doesn't let anybody tell him otherwise, which is a really great place to be in. He can also be a little bit hot-tempered and hot-headed about it, and sometimes a little bit stubborn. So you've really been trying to go after what it is that you want. You've really been wanting to walk your own path. And it's very interesting that this comes up next to break the chain, which is coming out of those old patterns and cycles that we get stuck in. The King of Wands is the kind of energy that goes in its own direction, that breaks out of the norm and follows his heart. So I really like this energy starting off the month. It might not have been easy to do this, so that's wonderful. Let's see where you're at right now, Libra. Where are you at right now? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is a card that is about emotions. Cups are about emotions and feelings and our connections with people. And the Two of Cups specifically is about partnerships, or a partnership in particular, and a very strong and significant connection with somebody else. This is a connection that is very balanced. It is mutually respectful, and it's very harmonious, and it's a wonderful kind of connection to have. This could be with a friend, it could be a romantic partner, it could be a family member, or it could be a business partner or a colleague. But whatever the case is, this is a connection that is it's really good. It's a really good connection. It's very oops, bumped the camera there. Let's wait for that to stop. It's very I'm sorry, I'm just getting the sense of healing from it, which is unexpected. And it could be the healing that this theme talks about. Maybe some of the healing that you can get to or can experience during the month could come from this connection. Super, super interesting. Okay, Libra, let's see where you're headed at the end of the month. It's too many cards. Wonderful cards. I wish I could take them, but they're too many. Okay, so we have Judgment. I love it. So towards the end of the month, this is, ending off on a major arcana is quite significant. You could have some kind of major decision to make, or a moment or aspect in your life or of your life in which you have a realization. It's kind of an awakening to the truth of something. Where you will need to exercise your discernment, your skills of judgment, and to trust yourself. There's a need here to trust in your intuition, and to trust in everything that you have learned throughout the journey that you've been in, especially during this month. After breaking out of cycles, going your own way, and experiencing this connection, there will be a need for you to make some kind of choice about it, or to make a judgment on a situation so that you can move forward. And it's going to be in a significant way. It might not feel like it at the time, but it could have very long-lasting effects on your life. As I said, because this is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards usually have a wider ripple effect throughout our lives. They are very major life lessons that occur to us. So very transformative month, it looks like. And I hope you have a good one, Libra. That's all that I have for you for this reading. I hope that this helps. Whatever your situation is during the month of May, have courage. When it's needed, be kind. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Now we're going to move on to Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Let's see what May has got going on for you so far and where you're heading. Aquarius, we have our theme of breaking out of cycles. Please don't mind the dog barking in the background. He's been barking for a while. I'm not sure at what now. I can hear him running around outside the window and panting. But anyway, all right, Aquarius. Let's have a look at what your May has been like so far. What is the energy you're coming out of? And immediately we have, oh, we've got Judgment. So interesting. This just came up for Libra. So this is you having some kind of realization and awakening. We just talked about this with Libra, but having to trust your judgment on a very significant aspect of your life, maybe a situation in which some truths have come to light that have really opened your eyes up in some way, shape, or form, and has required you to call upon everything that you have learned, all the lessons, all the wisdom that you have, everything that you have been through, to move forward and to move into a new phase of your life. This is a big life lesson that you have been experiencing at the start of this month. Let's see where you're at now. Where is Aquarius at right now? Again, immediately. Right, so we have the Knight of Chalices and the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a person who leads with their heart. They move forward and they wear their heart on their sleeves. They follow the call of what makes them feel good, makes them feel fulfilled, makes them feel happy. And they allow their emotions and their feelings to guide them along their path. And now this is super interesting that this is coming up in the spread in this way, because the journey that's coming through for you here is very transformative so far, especially since the theme of this month is healing and breaking out of cycles and release, because the Judgment being the major life lesson that it is, it's part of this journey of overcoming old cycles and wounds and traumas, to learn how to trust ourselves, to learn how to recognize what our emotions are trying to tell us, and learn how to lean into love and use it to progress along our life journeys. So I love that this is popping up where you currently are right now. This is you learning to do that, or just doing it, or beginning to do it, but really following what your emotions are trying to tell you, going where you feel fulfilled, and exploring the things that make you feel fulfilled, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to find strength in your vulnerability, which is just incredibly amazing, Aquarius. So let's have a look at where you are heading towards the end of the month. Okay, so oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. So this popped up for Gemini before you in their current position. Now, just make sure this is in focus. All right, the Devil does look like kind of a scary card, but it's not. The Devil is an opportunity. The Devil speaks to all of the things in our lives that are unhealthy for us, the temptations, thought patterns, behaviors, ways of being, instant gratification, anything that we do or that we pay attention to, that we give, that we allow to have power over ourselves, the ways in which we self-sabotage, the ways in which we put ourselves in a cage, in chains that need to be broken out of. Things that we do that are not really great for us, that we choose to do anyway, even though a part of us knows that it's not really good for us to be acting in that way, or living in that way, or avoiding things in that way. So the devil coming up here at the end of this reading is an indication that there are going to be chains that you will be required to face and to break towards the end of this month, or as the end of the month comes to a close. And it will be your opportunity to begin releasing yourself from some very big aspects of your life that may have been holding you back for the longest time. It's a major arcana, so it's usually very significant change that happens when these cards come up. An opportunity for you to end chapters that you no longer need in your life, that don't serve you anymore. So it is really wonderful, and again, very, very transformative. And yeah, Aquarius, that is all that I have for you. I really hope that this reading helped you. Whatever your situation is during the month, have courage when it's needed, be kind, and I will see you next time. Bye.